I get reasonable housekeeping, and they come twice a month. I'd like them to come every day, but that I can't. I also get a shopper, and again, because of my shoulder and my height, I can't reach the top shelf on the grocery store, and nor can I reach the top shelf in the library, so I always used to get books from the middle. But anyway, they provide that, and I've become friends with the shopper, and I used to hate grocery shopping. Now I look forward to it because it's a time out and we go to lunch.
I didn't even know what respite service was, and now I don't know how I would survive without it. 20 years ago, my father died in my arms, and as he died, I promised him I would take care of my mother. And a couple months later, I bought a house, and I invited her to move in with my then 8-year-old son, who was obviously not anymore, and myself, and the three of us have lived together for 20 years and done quite well. Until when she became 91, she had a stroke on Valentine's Day, and it wasn't, it wasn't a physically debilitating stroke, but it was a mentally debilitating stroke. And with mental deterioration, you have physical deterioration along with it. I learned the hard way that I can no longer leave my mother unattended at all. 6 months after her stroke, I had her all settled in, had her all busy, had everything she needed. She had no reason to get up. I asked her if I could just take a quick shower, and she said, sure. So I went, took a shower, and when I stepped out of the shower, I heard a crash and a scream, and she'd fallen on the kitchen floor and broke her hip. So here we start again. Now, even last week, I had a difficult week with her because she wouldn't stop crying. And I was out of her sight for 15 minutes washing dishes in the kitchen, and when I came in, she was sobbing. She was scared, she was alone, she didn't know what to do, and I just can't leave her alone. At home, I do everything for her, from administering her meds, take her blood sugars, I give her her insulin, I bathe her, I take care of all of her personal needs, I cut her hair, I file her nails, and I provide her entertainment. I download coloring pages off the internet, and she colors all day long. I have her very favorite movies on my DVR at my fingertips. I can entertain her. Her stroke affected her speech. She can no longer really speak English. She has her own language, and so we speak different languages together. And she can't read, she can't write. She doesn't have retention any longer. She calls me mother. She calls my brothers Nylon, Deetsy, Dorcas, and my sister-in-law's Dip. My rest.
Is that their names?
No. I'm not mother. Not. My respite caregiver comes in once a week, and she is for me. She gets me out of the house for 4 hours. I get a 4-hour time frame to do what I need to do. Her name is Jeannie, and my mother calls her Mary. And we all call her Mary, and sometimes her husband calls her Mary. And we have to keep the humor up in our house or we'd all lose it. My mother loves Mary. She's excited to see her. Everything goes really well. And I have confidence then in leaving the house, knowing that she is safe and well cared for, and I don't have to worry, and I could actually really get out of the house stress-free. Most of the time I end up running my errands because it's my only shot out of the house. Sometimes I have a doctor's appointment, and sometimes I just stay home and catch up on laundry or work in my garden. But other times, like this week, I went and sat in the park in the rain and just decompressed. I just had to decompress.